Um, okay, so can someone tell me, like, what happened? Because, okay, so, well, first of all, good morning, happy Sunday. So, last Saturday, like, that day just seemed to fly by, like, before I knew it was already Sunday. Yesterday, like, the morning started off kind of the same, but, like, the afternoon just felt kind of slow. I mean, better, I guess, a couple hours than an entire day, but still. Um, so yeah, I guess my low is that yesterday dragged out pretty long. Um, my high is I got to see my folks last night, which is really great. I also got to see friends with Benny's last night, as well as go to the vintage market at Illegal Tap House. That was awesome. Had to turn early though because I had to get up early. For reference, it's just almost 7 a.m. right now. And what's my act of kindness? Well, throughout the course of my day, I helped people with several things, including I gave one person directions, helped the door for some people, and I also pointed out the time when a certain something was going to happen. So yeah, that's what I did. So, as many of you guys know, I'm a fan of Chucker Conroy, and I've been a fan of his since August of 2009. Not long after I started watching him, I became acquainted with two of his other associates, Proton John and Nintendo Capri Sun, who together form the Runaway Guys. They've been known for doing collaborations for multiplayer games, mostly Mario Party. They've done a few of the Super Mario games as well. And some other games where it can have more than, multiple people, including PlayStation and other games that aren't even on Nintendo, like Little Big Planet or Castle Crashers. So the Runaway Guys have done a lot of stuff. But every now and again, the Runaway Guys will do a solo project. As in, if there is a game that one of them has never played before, then that one who didn't play the game will play that game for the first time, where the other two, who've obviously played the game, will talk the other one through things. Usually it's Chucker Conroy never plays. That happens to, like, he never played Link to the Past until doing the Runaway Guys. Well, he played a little bit of Link to the Past, but not that much of it. He never played Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie or Star Fox 64, if you can believe it. And it's so weird, like, these are games that not only did I play, I look back fondly on. And listen, obviously not everyone plays video games, and if you don't play video games, more power to you. I'm not that much of a reader, but there's lots of people I know who like to read. That doesn't make me think any less of them or anything. It's just something different that they like from what I like, and that's fine. So yeah, they'll do a solo project, and as of right now, the current project is that Nintendo Capri Sun, or Tim, his real name had never played the original Pokemon game before. Specifically, he never played the original Red, Blue, Yellow. And he's doing Pokemon Blue. Which, I mean, man, that's a game that brings me back. It brings a lot of people back, actually. I mean, again, the idea of someone having never played a Pokemon game before isn't necessarily lost on me. full disclosure, like, I'm like 90 to 100% sure that if I ever find a girl that I spend the rest of my life with, I don't think she'll have played Pokemon. I doubt she will have. And that's fine. I mean, I would hope she'd accept me for the fact I like Pokemon, but yeah, that's what it is. You know, I've been a Pokemon fan from way back in the day. You know, I remember once upon a time where, you know, I had trouble naming 20 Pokemon, much, you know, much less 100, much more 150. So, yeah, it's, and now there are so many Pokemon, forms not included, that it's actually kind of hard to remember them all. Like, for sure, like, of the well over 1,000 Pokemon that exist, I'm absolutely, well, I'm positive I could get more than halfway, for sure. Like, everything up to Sun and Moon, I think I could still remember if someone quizzed me on it. Gen 8 and 9, that's when things would get a little bit sketchy. But I could. It's possible. So, yeah. We went from having 150 to well over 1,000. And it shows no signs. Seriously, I've seen the rumors for Winds and Waves coming out later in, I think it's coming out in late 2027. But there's going to be like 300 new Pokemon. Like, really? We've never had, I mean, here's the thing. Obviously, some of that's including different forms or regional variants and stuff like that. I actually have my own opinion on regional variants, which, you know, is a story for another day. But 300, my God, man. Like, that's pretty much double what the original 150 was. Heck, it's probably going to be double of what Gen 5 was. Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, with every new generation that comes out, obviously the number of Pokemon that exist increases. Obviously there was 150, 151, because, you know, Mew, and 251, which was Celebi. Then 386 for Deoxys, 493 for because that ended at Arceus, and I remember thinking 493 was where it was going to end. No. Then keep in mind, like, from 151 to 251, that's an increase of 100. 251 to 386, that's like 135, which is more than what Gen 2 was, but still not 150. 386 to 493, that's 107. Not nearly as much as the previous ones, but still, I mean, still over 100. And from Gen 4 to Gen 5, you go from 493 to 649. That's, if my math is correct, it's like 156. Which is insane. And from that moment on, the number that increased kind of got a little bit less. Like, I think it was like 720 something, and then like 812, and, you know, 9 something, and maybe it was over 1,000 for Gen 9. I know you had over 1,000 for Gen 9. The point is, you know, all that time, and to this day, the most iconic remain the original 150. So it's really cool. That, I mean, keep in mind, I mentioned that it's Charkano and Nintendo Capri Sun and Proton John, even though Proton John goes by Claire now. Chaka Conroy is my age. So him being a Pokemon fan, that doesn't surprise me at all. Proton John having played, the original Pokemon, a little bit older, but like in middle school, still doesn't really, that's not surprising at all. Nintendo Capri Sun was like just about 20 years old when the original, like Nintendo Capri Sun's got you like pushing 50 almost. And only in the last few years he started playing Pokemon games, but he never played the original 150 that were on the Game Boy. The 8-bit music and stuff like that, which, I mean, listen, that music never gets old for me. So, yeah, it's really great seeing Nintendo Capri Sun. It's great watching this. It is. And there's a few things that I still remember. Like, right now, let's see. There's a new episode that came out yesterday, but I haven't seen it yet. But right now, Nintendo Capri Sun's team, it consists of Squirtle and Nidoran female. Of course, he's playing Pokemon Blue, so it's my Nidoran. Actually, it's where you can get both Nidoran male and female in Red and Blue, but female is more exclusive in Blue, and male is more found in Red, which actually does kind of make sense, because, Nidoran females are blue, so they're found in Pokemon Blue. And, yeah. And even to this day, I learned things about the original games that still amaze me. Like, I mean, yes, I know what speedrunners are, but I actually learned a couple of strategies in case I'm never going to ever be a speedrunner. I don't think I'd be able to enjoy doing anything like that if it were up to me. But there are people who do that. And if you wanted to speedrun the original Pokemon game, Squirtle was actually the way to go. Of course, as of late, it's been Nidoran male becoming Nidoking, because Nidoking can learn a lot of really great moves that can get you through a lot of things. And with a certain glitch that existed once upon a time, some of you guys know what I'm talking about, it was quite possible to get an unlimited number of items. Granted, back in the day, there was actually a limit to how many items you could carry, but I mean, sometimes I kind of wonder what would happen if, Game Freak kept glitches like the one I'm alluding to in every Pokemon game ever. I'm sure, here's the thing. Because I do follow competitive Pokemon to some extent. And even back in the days of Red and Blue, the idea of ever, battling competitively didn't quite interest me, because there's so many strategies and stuff like that. And it all involves like getting, TMs that teach moves that you can only use once. And granted, over time, Game Freak's been a little bit better about making TMs, having unlimited uses, or at the very least, finding a way where you can have them more often. But knowing what I know now, I mean, needless to say, I could probably get through the first game fairly easily. Red, blue, yellow. Of course, I would admit I probably would do yellow. I would. Just because a lot of people do find that to be the definitive game of that generation, and I can see why. I mean, come on, man. Yellow is when you can get Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur. You know, why choose one when you can have all three? And that's actually the thing, too. Like, whenever I play a Pokemon game, like, I never want to go through, like, a playthrough unless I'm using, like, the starters of that particular game. Or, at this point, you can comprise, like, several different teams worth of starters if you were so inclined to do so. But again, that's just me. I mean, listen. Sometimes I just marvel at how far of a franchise Pokemon has come. And Chuck Connor even said himself in the intro to this Let's Play that the Runaway guys are doing, when he said, a long time ago, there was this little company known as Game Freak that had 10 employees, and they had this game idea for a long time that it kept getting rejected, which was Pokemon. And it's the #1 most profitable franchise in the world. Seriously, it is. It's bigger than Disney, bigger than Harry Potter, bigger than Lord of the Rings. You name a franchise, Pokemon is bigger than it, for sure. And, I mean, I've alluded to my love of Pokemon being essentially that it really is kaiju fights at the citywide property damage. But it's just really cool seeing creatures that can either be cute and cuddly or creepy looking, and they're fighting each other. Which, yeah, I guess I can see why some organizations, PETA, don't really like that. But it's fun. Not to mention, it's a video game. It's not meant to do anything outside of entertain you for however long you play it. It's actually no different from a book. What you read in a book, yeah, you can learn from a book, but at the end of the day, reading really shouldn't be really much other than something to entertain you for a little while, for as long as you're doing it. So, yeah. That was just a long-winded way of me saying, I'm really digging this Let's Play that the Runaway guys are doing. Having Nintendo Capri Sun play Pokemon Blue. It's nice sort of seeing someone play it for the first time. And, you know what? Who knows? I might even learn something I haven't already learned before. You never know. Hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, show me always on very helpful video for all you guys watching your video. Wonderful Sunday. Remember, you guys want to talk to you, let me know back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.